Hello and welcome back to Sacred Vapes, a channel that aims to bring you the views and experiences of products in the market today, brought to you by an average vapor. Now I've got another juice review for you guys this week. It's from a company that, if you're over on social media especially, you will have heard of this name. Maybe you may not have tried them, but they have a little bit of a detailed history. It's this, the Chemical Clown liquids. Now, Chemical Clown, as I said, they've had a bit of a history because they were actually owned by someone else previously, and they kind of shut down, came back, and then they completely ended. So the company is now under a completely different name, and they seem to be more passionate about bringing these flavors to you, and really high quality for the price. So I said there's 4 in the range. I'm going to cover them and hopefully give you a much better idea of the new flavors that they've released. Full context, I've been using these as an all-day vape. They've gone in more than one tank just to get a real idea of performance, of coil performance, and overall profile. So we'll get into it now, but first and foremost, let's have a vape. And we're going to start off with Bozo, the orange and pomegranate. All these flavours are in 70 VG. They come 0 nicotine, sure fills, and 50ml bottles. So, get talking about Bozo first and foremost. And it was a really interesting flavour, this one, that I was really looking forward to trying. I mean, orange can be done in so many different ways, mainly because it can be citrusy, it can be more sour, it can be more bitter, so it was interesting to see what their take of it was, and it is a pretty solid orange. I wouldn't say it pops, I wouldn't say it's like, for example, like the orange juice type flavors. I wouldn't say it's anything like that, but it's a nice solid flavor both on the inhale and the exhale. The pomegranate does seem to add a little bit of a body on the exhale. It doesn't come through, it doesn't dominate, and I wouldn't say it's bitter either. I'm not getting any bitter notes coming off the tongue after vaping it. So yeah, overall, it is a really nice flavour. It's, as I say, the main thing for this one is going to be that it's prominent, it's solid. It's going to be one of those flavours that you can taste all the way through. My little feedback for this flavour would be maybe just to make that orange pop a little bit more, or maybe to add a little bit more sour notes into the pomegranate. Simply just to leave that, slight bitterness on the tongue. But coil performance, great, absolutely great. Not had any issues at all. And yeah, really, really nice flavour to try out. I just wouldn't say it's unique. So we'll move on to the next one now. And it's going to be Bam Bam, lemon and lime. Now, this flavour, again, you know what lemon and lime tastes like. It can vary. You can have the real unique notes, or you can have something like Sprite. So, it was interesting to try this flavour to see exactly what Chemical Clown were going with. And for me, it's quite, again, much like the Bozo, it's quite a nice mix of flavour, but without anything really popping. And that seems to be a theme of these flavours. I'm not saying that in a negative way, but yeah, it's the lemon and the lime do blend together really well. I wouldn't say either of them really stand out from each other. You don't have one dominant and one submissive one. You do get a complete nice blend, but again, it's lacking the citrusy, it's lacking the little ping notes that you would expect from a citrus mix of fruits. But overall, it's a nice flavour. It's consistent, on both inhale and exhale. There's no negative points in that sense with the flavour, and yeah, very solid flavour. Just again, you just want it to pop a little bit. A little bit more of that, and again, it will set the fruit aside. But yeah, move on to the next one. And we're going to go with Barbuda. I was going to say Barbuda then. Barbuda. And this is mango. I think the profile for this is mango and tropical fruit. And this is going to be quite a diverse of flavour. Mainly because I didn't particularly like it. You may though. I found with the mango, that's going to be the dominant flavour throughout this profile. So, I was wondering what type of mango they were going to go for, whether they're going to go for juicy or whether they're going to go for a fresh flavour. And it doesn't really do either for me. And I know it sounds like I'm going to be really critical. These are just my opinions, but yeah, I just found the mix of the mango and the tropical fruits on the exhale just seemed to average out into nothing again that stood out. You know, again, it's going to be one of them profiles that you may really love it. I mean, for me, I found it a bit, best way to describe it, a bit of a waxy taste, you know, when it's throughout. You know, and I say there's no popping mango, there's nothing juicy in there. It just seems to blend together too well that it creates quite a linear experience for me. And it would have been nice, I mean, even if they'd overload the tropical, you know, you stuck a load of pineapple in the exhale, for example, and at least end on something strong. I just don't think with this flavour they really did that. So again, there's room for improvements. I mean, certainly if they can make the mango more juicy, if you've had a juicy mango before, you'll know exactly what I mean. They put that more juicy mango in there, then potentially that this flavour could really take off and be really, really nice. As it stands, not a big fan of it, to be honest, but as I say, taste is subjective and you may love it. Finally, we're going to go on to Meg Blue Raspberry Sour. Now this flavour, well, this was my favourite of the range, but my experience of it is completely different to the name. What I mean by that, you're probably going to think I'm mad, but what I mean by that is that the blue raspberry, I think it's got blueberries in there and little things like that. It is a really, really nice flavour. I thought it was really strong. I thought it was, to be honest, one of the nicest blue raspberries I've tasted. I mean, I've brought a few to you guys on the channel, and it is one of the best ones I've tasted. The main problem is it's not sour, it's very sweet. So, and you probably, again, this is why you probably think I'm going a little bit mad when I say that, but yeah, it's a really nice sweet blue raspberry flavour. It's again nice and solid like the others. Performs well on the coils. There's no added coldness in this. I will point this out. It's not like a slush blue raspberry like many other companies do. It is just the fruit, and I really liked it. I really, really liked it, but I just found it a very sweet liquid, especially on the exhale. I found a very sweet note of the fruit coming through, rather than any sourness left on tongue. But you may find that you get sour. I mean, certainly I've brought you a flavour, a menthol flavour before, and I couldn't taste menthol. But yeah, this would be my favourite of the range. Meg, as I say, it's very simple, but I just think it comes out really, really well. So yeah, that was Chemical Clown Liquids. It's only 4 in the range. As I say, these are just my opinions. Your opinions may vary. Overall, with the range, I'd just say I think a lot of the flavours just need that pop, and that's why I think it's going to be held back a little bit for vapors like yourself, because it just needs that little extra, whether it's a little bit of extra citrus, whether it's a little bit of an extra sweetness, whether it's just using a different type of the fruit in there. It's just, there's plenty of room for improvement. Certainly, they're not bad liquids. They are nice enough to vape all day. I mean, I've enjoyed using them, but I just don't think they stand out. And if they can make just slight improvements on each of the profiles, you're probably going to get an absolutely fantastic range of liquids there. Certainly there's plenty of room for improvements, but if you're going to pick these up now, I'd recommend the Blue Raspberry, the Meg, simply as that was my favourite. But as I say, it's well worth giving them a try. They're not bad liquids. They are well worth trying at least once. So yeah, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm hoping to bring a juice review to you guys next week as well. Depends on time. You know I like to use these liquids properly, so I don't know whether I'm going to have enough time to get it done by next weekend, but if not, I'll try and get it done by midweek, certainly. From a company you will have heard of, especially if you've been vaping as long as me. So yeah, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you've tried these range, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But as I always say, stay safe and keep vaping.